For Steve Young, fighting his way out from behind shadows would almost become the norm. Whether it was replacing Jim McMahon in college or Joe Montana in the pros, Steve Young learned early on that giving up was never an option. When Steve Young arrived on the campus of BYU in 1980, he was in familiar territory. A descendant of Brigham Young himself, he followed the footsteps of his parents, who also attended BYU. But even with his family heritage, he was given no breaks.
I remember looking at the depth chart in the locker room and seeing that all the names down there, and my name was number 8. The 8th quarterback was a guy that ran the scout team, and no one knew my name. It was nothing. I remember calling my dad saying, "Dad, this is not going well in summer camp." And he said some classic comment like, well, you can quit, but you can't come home. And so I stuck it out.
In just 9 months, Steve moved all the way to second on the depth chart. By his junior year, he had taken the reins as the starting QB, and during his senior year, led the Cougars to a conference championship. He was also excelling in the classroom, becoming an NCAA postgraduate scholar in 1984.
And my dad would always tell me, yeah, you can play college football, that's fine, but you have to get a real job, and college football is not going to get you a job.
Originally drafted into the USFL in 1984, Steve Young eventually found himself backing up legendary San Francisco quarterback Joe Montana.
I was backing up Joe Montana, and I was bored to tears, and I thought, this is perfect, I'll start law school. But then all of a sudden I started playing and going to Super Bowls and championship games, and then it was not so easy anymore. I graduated in 1994 with the Super Bowl in 1994, and I was the MVP of the league in 1994, so it all kind of came together in 1994.
Throughout his professional career, Young made 7 Pro Bowls and was named League MVP twice before being enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2005. Now an NFL analyst for ESPN, Young also spends time working with his charity organization, the Forever Young Foundation. On November 17, 2008, Steve and his wife Barbara gave birth to their 4th child, Lila Young.
Despite all the successes and failures and trials and tribulations, I know I will be defined when I die by what kind of a father I was, what kind of husband I was, and what kind of friend I was. My life is very sublime right now, very wonderful in a different way. It's not 3rd and 10 in the Texas Stadium against the Cowboys. It's just not. But that's okay. It's in many ways better.